All right, so my name is Michael DeLue. Today is Thursday, April 14th, 2022, and this is episode 89 of PullUpDaTape. I'm really excited to get into today's episode. I missed yesterday, and I was just beating myself up. Some stuff happened yesterday morning that was the reason I wasn't able to record yesterday's podcast, but nevertheless, I'm back at it like a crack addict. Let's get it. All right, so Baker Mayfield has been in the headlines for the past, 24 hours for some of the comments he made on a podcast. And pretty much he said, I'm not gonna say everything he said. But pretty much he was just like, he felt disrespected and slighted by the way the Browns conducted themselves this past offseason. And I'm gonna be honest, I agree with him. You know, he went on to say, I've had 4 coaches in X amount of years, four offensive coordinators, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And, which personally I don't care for. But just knowing if you have context behind every story needs context, all right? So you tell somebody that, I found okay. This is a really funny story. I had a friend. His name was Kevin Thomas. Rest in peace. All right. So I would never forget this. He said he came up to me and 2 of the homies was like, "Yo, I found $100." We were like, "Oh, that's what's up, nigga. Like you're lucky. Like where'd you find it?" He said, "I found it in someone's wallet." I'm like, "Nigga, so you stole $100? Are you kidding me?" So with what Baker said, a lot of people might be like, oh, well, that's the nature of professional sports, but you got to bring context to everything, okay? In context, the Cleveland Browns are the worst team in professional sports in the past 30 years. The worst team in professional sports in the past 30 years. I don't even, maybe that would even apply to across the whole globe or whatever the case. Now, there's some really bad soccer teams, but in this country, there's soccer teams, there's basketball teams, there's baseball teams, there's hockey teams, there's football teams. The Cleveland Browns have the worst winning percentage over the past 30 years out of all these teams. That's how fucking terrible the Cleveland Browns were for the past 30 years, okay? And a good amount of their fortune changed once Baker Mayfield got there. Okay, his rookie year, he won half his starts. Because, the Browns are terrible. The second year, he won half his starts. The third year, they made the playoffs for the first time since 2002. And they won a playoff game for the first time since the 90s. I was born in the 90s. So Cleveland almost went on almost 30 years without winning a playoff game. Well, I feel like damn near every team in the NFL has won a playoff game in that time period. My favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Has won 3 playoff games. No. Like 5 playoff games in that time. And they're an expansion team. And we're currently terrible. So, in that defense, I do feel like, damn, I don't know, maybe it just seems like he was casted to the Wolves. Sort of, kind of reminds me of the DeMar DeRozan situation where it's like, yo, I've given everything to this team. It was a little different because DeMar DeRozan had been with the Raptors for an extended period of time. But it just seems like the same thing where they're just sacrificing to get a player that's that much better, even though he's already put, truthfully, why I don't feel bad is because that is the nature of pro sports. Pro sports is what have you done for me lately? And we're not going to act like Baker didn't have the best. Baker had a iffy 2021-2022 season, iffy at best. Started off good, and then the shoulder injury or arm, whatever the case may be, and then it was just down. And he decided to play on the injury instead of just getting healthy. This probably wouldn't have happened like this if he wouldn't have tried to play hurt. You know what I mean? This is the thing with pro sports. You can give a team your all, your everything. For example, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas went out and played a game after his sister was killed. a game after not killed. I don't know. I don't know. I think she was actually killed in a car accident. A day after, with tears in his eyes, went out and played for the Celtics. They traded him at the end of that season. They traded him at the end. There is no loyalty in professional sports. You seeking loyalty in professional sports is like it's like the dating scene. The dating scene. Like, come on now. There's no loyalty in professional sports. There is no loyalty in professional sports. You seeking loyalty in professional sports is like going to I don't know, a strip club. This is how foolish that is. Seeking loyalty in professional sports is like going to a strip club, talking to a stripper, and then leaving that same night thinking, and telling your homies, she was really feeling me. Diamond with the fat ass, she was feeling like, no, you sound stupid. You sound fucking goofy. The only people, listen to this, the only people that can expect loyalty or some sort of class or not to be treated like they are lesser than what they are is elite players. Like, the name of the game is production. The name of the game is production. If you are not elite, and Baker Mayfield the last time Baker Mayfield was elite, he was in college. If you are not elite at your position, especially quarterback, if you are not elite at your position, especially quarterback, just know every season your team will always try to upgrade at your position. Always. Just like, rest assured. Look at the landscape of the league. Tua Tagovailoa. Wait. Not even. Hold on. Let me not even go to Tua. Look at Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen was a starter for 1 year in Arizona before they said, you know what? Fuck it. We got the number 1 overall pick. Let's go with Kyler Murray. Look at that. 1 year. Baker's gotten 2 years as the full-time starter. Baker started this year and last year. And no, honestly, and I could ring off a bunch of fucking names. Could ring off a bunch of names. Like, no. Like, look at the dudes in this class. Look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's getting, bro. No, if you're not elite, and it's no, like, come on now, Justin Herbert will never have to feel how Baker Mayfield feels. Why? Came into the league, was elite off the bat. He looks like a franchise quarterback. Okay, if you're not one of the 10 best quarterbacks, if you're not Kyler Murray, I'm gonna just name Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson. If you're not those guys, you're crazy if you think that every offseason the team is not going to try and upgrade from you. You're crazy. You're crazy. So, with that being said, Baker, and the last thing I want to say about this specifically is, Baker, as of right now, you're auditioning for like half the teams in the league. Like, half the teams in the league. You have to carry yourself. You have to. Every time you're on camera, you have to present yourself with the best mindset possible. You have to look like a team player. You have to look like a mature adult. Because the you're better than Drew Lock, but you like also how you handle yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you handle yourself in media interviews, and then like it makes all the difference. I feel like what he did yesterday or whenever the podcast release was counterproductive to helping him get a job. I feel like he could have saved this until after he got invited to a training camp or whatever, because he's still on the Browns roster. I'm more than positive he's not going to report. He's just not going to show up because, like, I wouldn't. And I'm not too sure how the contract situation is going to work out. But come on, bro. You could have easily called up First Take, easily called up Colin Cowherd Show, easily called up First Things First, any of these major networks, and said your piece. I just feel like he did it a little unprofessionally. The whole podcast, there was a dog next to him laying down. It just kind of seemed really, I don't know. I just feel like, and then, you know, some of the stuff that he was saying, I mean, I get it. His feelings are hurt, but you can't expect loyalty and you know, and people to look out for you in professional sports unless you're certain people. And honestly, Baker Mayfield hasn't played himself into consideration to even be warranted like that. It's just not a thing, not happening. And yeah. So 2 playing games yesterday. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't watch either of them. The one that I was gonna watch, I actually ended up falling asleep, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I also want to add, Adam Silver and the NBA front office, bravo to you guys. I don't know who came up with the idea for the play-in, but I am fucking with it. You know what's crazy? When I first heard it, I'm like, this kind of sounds a little, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this, but I'm fucking with it. I'm wholeheartedly fucking with it. Yes. Hey, Adam Silver and your homies at the NBA front office, shout out to y'all for what y'all did. The NBA play-in is amazing. I'm curious to see how they'll end up. I'm curious to see how the mid-season tournament thing is going to work out, but we'll see. So New Orleans beat the Spurs 113-103, and that was the competitive game out of the 2 playing games. And the Charlotte Hornets got their lunch money taken, and they got beat like they fucking stole something last night. They lost by 27 points. That's almost 30 points, okay? And here's my thing with this whole situation. I woke up, when I did wake up, and I checked the score of the game because I know everybody was hyped up to see LaMelo play against Trae Young. You know, those are future top 5 point guards in the league. I don't know Trae. No. Is Trae Young top 5? No. I wouldn't say Trae Young's top 5 point guard. Actually, he might actually be 5. But anyways, I said, "Hey Siri, what's the score of the Hornets game?" Siri says the Hornets are down by 25 points in the 4th quarter. I said, "Oh my God. What happened to Virgil?" Like, God damn. For real? 25 points in a must-win game? You're down 25 points. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? I can't wait. That's another sound I'm finna add. And then it got me thinking, God damn, Michael Jordan is a terrible. Look. This whole week, I've been hearing about, the Lakers this, the Lakers that. Jeannie Buss is terrible. Hey, on the day, homies, y'all better keep the homegirl name out your mouth. Don't say shit about Jeannie, okay? Because if we're not gonna keep the same energy across the league, don't say shit about Jeannie. Because if that was the case, why the fuck is Michael Jordan not getting dragged for being a terrible owner? The Hornets fucking suck. How hard is it for the greatest player? I'm just keeping the same energy. How hard is it for the greatest player of all time? The absolute GOAT. 6 titles, 10 scoring titles, 6 finals MVPs. I don't even know. I think Jordan has like 5 or 6 regular season MVPs, like all defensive team, like everything. A fucking icon. You mean to tell me that Michael Jordan can't convince all-stars to come play for Charlotte? Michael Jordan, this is the same person who let Kemba Walker leave, Malik Monk leave. Like, it's kind of not really. I don't know. I could be dragging it, but I got to speak my piece on this because I just don't get it. Last year's play-in, they lost to the Indiana Pacers by 29 points. They lost 100. Okay, listen. They lost 144 to 117. How the fuck? Wait. How the fuck do you give up 144 points in a play-in game? In any game? How is that even possible? They lost 144 to 117 last year in the play-in. They played the Indiana Pacers, got their shit stomped. This year, they lose 132 to 103. They lost by 29 points. They lost by even more points this year than they did last year. Both of these is almost a 30-burger. 30 burgers is crazy. A 30-burger? You're down by 30 points. You lose by 30 points? What the fuck type of... Oh, my God. What happened to Virgil? The fucking Hornets are ass. Like, what? Like, come on now. Michael Jordan. Show yourself. Like, speak like, goddamn. Nigga, at this point, you start playing because this shit is ridiculous. God damn. I swear to God. I wake up. I'm like, Siri, what's the score of the Hornets game? She said, Michael, the Hornets are down by 25 points in the fourth quarter. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what happened to Virgil? But hey, it is what it is. I just need when I see my team, and part of it is because of LeBron James' tweet, oh, keep that same energy and blase. I get it. So they have to clown the Lakers. But please, unless you're not gonna speak on all the terrible owners in the NBA, keep the homegirl Jeannie name out your mouth on the dead homies on 824 Mafia. Keep her name out your mouth, nigga. I need the same energy when it comes to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has no excuse. Michael Jordan has no excuse. No, bro, the last time the Hornets made the playoffs was 2016. Before that, I don't even know when the fuck the last time they made the playoffs were. I kid you not. But probably the last time the Hornets made the playoffs before then, I for sure probably the 90s. They probably had Muggsy Ball at that time, okay? But with that being said, my name is Michael DeLue. You already know what I do at the end of every podcast. Long live my brother. I miss you every single day. Long live Nip. May the marathon continue. Long live Pop. Whoa. Free Chef G. Free Pooh Shiesty. All that, nigga. Hey, long live V-Roy, too. We ain't trying to squash no beef, nigga. We until you die. Real street, nigga. At your funeral, I might just slide. Rest in peace, nigga. Shoot up everybody that's outside. I bet Wooski feel this one. I bet Wooski still twitching. He changed something different. Let me get up out of here. My name is Michael DeLue. Keep tapping in. Long live my brother. Long live Pop Smoke. Whoa, I'm out this bitch.